Guy I'm dating M29 got mad I ate his protein bar. Is this a red flag? I've been dating a guy for 3 months. It's been going well, but I've noticed he's a little selfish. I stayed over at his place the other night and he fell asleep before me. I got hungry and decided find something to eat in his kitchen. I ate one yogurt and protein bar. The next morning as he's getting ready for work and I'm still in bed, he asks me in a really annoyed tone if I ate one of his protein bars. I said yes because I was starving. He then tells me that those protein bars are for work only. I said it wasn't a big deal. There were still 2 left in the box. He got really fucking annoyed and angry and said that I should order my own food if I was hungry or eat leftovers in the fridge. He left and slammed the door behind him. I was shocked because I had never seen him so mad. I don't think me eating one of his protein bars would get him so riled up, but it did. I felt shitty. And I even cried. He apologized later on, but the whole situation left a sour taste in my mouth about him. It really rubbed me the wrong way. If he gets this upset about a damn protein bar, I can't imagine what he'd do if there was a real problem once we got more serious. Is this grounds for a breakup? Yeah, this is a bad sign. I would never want someone feeling hungry, uncomfortable if they stayed over. Wow. Some of these comments just aren't it. I was raised and firmly believe that if I invite someone over, whether we are dating or just as a guest, that I am to take care of them while they are in my home. If they are hungry, they can eat what's available here. I could never force them to go out and get food or have something delivered. Nor would I ever get mad that they got themselves a snack while I was asleep. That's also how everyone I know has treated me when I was the guest at their home. Of course it's a red flag. Several actually. I'd get the hell out of there. If he gets that worked up about a protein bar, imagine how he will be with anything bigger. Yeah, I would never see him again after that kind of behavior. It's just a protein bar. And if someone is that stingy with food with me, I'm definitely not interested. Run. Up. Lol, dude is a roid head if he's a gym rat freaking out about his protein bars. Mild annoyance. Followed by him asking you to ask him first next time you want to eat something he bought. Makes sense. But protein bars are a few bucks. No need to get super pissed off about it. Def a red flag if he gets pissed about it. Mild annoyance would be understandable. This is the biggest red flag. I would stop seeing him ASAP. Run. Definitely a red flag. The guy has probably had a past that makes him super protective of his food stuff. But it's not your job to deal with that. If you're the type who shares things a lot with your so, he's definitely not the one. Personally, I have certain foods that if someone eats them without my consent, I can get really upset too. First of all, because they are expensive ASF and I bought them especially and just for me. If someone before taking my things asks me permission, I normally agree and say no problem, but if they don't ask me permission, I feel like they feel that they can do whatever they want in my place. And that makes me feel really bad. Just ask for permission and I think it'll be fine. Did you even ask to eat it? Did you tell him you were hungry? Yeah, that is a red flag. It's not normal to get that pissed over something like that. I said it wasn't a big deal. There were still 2 left in the box. You did try to invalidate his feelings. While his reaction can be out of proportion, main reason for this can be this moment. I bet you won't like your partner saying it wasn't a big deal when you try to explain something important for you. Some people here have never been poor and it shows. I ain't gonna lie, them protein bars are overpriced. Yeah, I think it's a weird reaction. Just the fact that something so mild could make him emotional and angry is pretty funny. It's one thing if he just scolded you so you know not to eat his food, but if he actually seemed bothered by it and angry, then he is really immature for his age. Guys like that are so funny. It's the no big deal comment, and actually I think a red flag on you. I understand eating it when there are still a few left should be fine. But what you should have said is, I'm sorry, I didn't know but do now. Why is that so hard? For his part, he should chill out, as I'd never get upset with my girlfriend if she ate everything in my house. I'd just leave her fat ass later. Grin. P.S. I really admire all of the women 100 it appears on here who say they'd leave him. We must have a quality thread, because I know women who won't leave a man no matter what the fool does. Truth be told, you shouldn't touch people's stuff without asking. That's simple common sense. I have a routine, and if I bought food for a specific thing to supplement it, then I would expect it to be used solely for that purpose, and I have full right not to share with anyone. It's not selfish. That's my food in my place. But it's also a protein bar. I'd be annoyed too, but not that pissed. Sounds like anger issues. The question is really, could you see yourself successfully cohabitating with that individual? What a dick. Is this the first time he's reacted this way over something minimal? It seems pretty severe to encourage you to break up over a protein bar if he's never been so petty before. I don't think he was nearly as mad about the protein bar as he was about you dismissing his feelings. If he's this upset about a protein bar, how's he going to react over something bigger? Don't eat his food without asking first, lol. You're a guest and you haven't even been dating him long enough to know what he is and isn't comfortable with you taking. I'd honestly be annoyed too if someone I invited over ate a part of my ration that I carefully planned out for the week. You disregarding his feelings about it as opposed to just apologizing and saying that you didn't know is pretty shitty on your part too. At that point, I'd probably get quite upset as well. It's not up to you to decide what is or isn't a big deal for someone else. Hella inconsiderate and more of a red flag on your part than his. People saying it's a red flag aren't considering that you broke a boundary rule of his. And when he asked, you didn't care and said it wasn't a big deal. Maybe it was a big deal to him. He wasn't perfect by getting annoyed before he had explained they were for work only. But you're no angel either. If I ate someone else's work lunch, I'd apologize. He's gone to work without his prepared lunch now. I wouldn't just brush it off as it's no big deal. Ready for the down votes, because that's what this sub is. But, for me, you're both in the wrong here. Let's summarize. OP takes a thing that isn't hers. OP invalidates his feelings. And makes no attempt to even bother to try and understand the source of why he's upset. OP takes no weight into it being early in the morning and a spur-of-the-moment shock to him and him getting upset. OP completely disregards his apology. OP is willing to break up with someone they've been seeing for 3mths, assuming the 3mths have all gone well over something so trivial. Yes, they should definitely break up. OP is a self-indulged brat and doesn't deserve a partner. Did you even stop to consider this as a red flag in you? He even apologized for him losing his temper, as he should have. But instead of apologizing to him for taking something without permission, you're posting online, shaming him. Two-way street. You were both wrong, but only one seems sorry. As always, the Reddit comments are an absolute joke, telling you he's roid raging and you need to run. Absolutely no accountability for your actions. Only red flag I see is you running to Reddit after he apologized for his fault in the situation. But you did nothing to apologize for trying to invalidate his feelings. The amount people thinking this a red flag is absurd. Some people just don't like sharing food unless it's mutual agreed upon. I'd be pretty pissed too if someone took my shit without asking beforehand, especially if it's for work. Dude was probably counting his calories.